evening.
Maik knows much, tells some. Maik knows many things others do not. Everybody's talking about the Prophet. After the attack on the chapel, people are inclined to believe almost anything. Maik wishes you well.
Can I help you? By the time we got there, it was too late. We have no idea how they got in or out without any of our patrols seeing them. Everybody's talking about the Prophet. After the attack on the chapel, people are inclined to believe almost anything. Sure, go down to the chapel and you can't miss him. He'll be the one outside ranting at passers-by. You too.
I'm saving up enough for some medicine.
Arvina Thales is an odd one. I've heard some strange noises coming from her basement.
It's unbelievable. Right in the center of the city, nobody saw anything. Makes you wonder about the competence of the guard, if you ask me.
He's a fairy tale. The Imperial Watch pretends there is a thief king named the Grey Fox who controls all the thieves in Cyrodiil. Of course, it's all just made up to give them an excuse to keep us down.
Blessings of Anu upon ye.
Yes.
The worm of Elendil to recover the Kiris of the Truth.
I wouldn't go in there unless you have a strong stomach. We have orders to leave everything just the way it was until the investigation into the chapel attack is finished. It's baffling.
How anyone could have gotten in and out of there without being seen by our patrols is beyond me. Maybe that prophet is right. Some kind of unholy doom visited upon us. I don't know what to think about the attack on the chapel. Things seem to go from bad to worse, don't they? He preaches most of the day across the street from the chapel. I used to think he was crazy, but now he seems to be making some kind of sense. I hope that doesn't mean I'm going crazy now. Good day.
There are lawmasters among you, heads so heavy with learning that you cannot raise your eyes to the heavens to see the truth there written. Will no one take up this holy crusade? Will no one walk the ancient pilgrim's way? So, another one who has come to listen to the madman's rantings? This is only the beginning. Umaril has returned as foretold by Pelinal Whitestrake in his dying breath. Umaril the Unfeathered, the sorcerer king of the Aelids, who ruled over this land for long ages before the rise of men. He was cast down by Pelinal Whitestrake, but Umaril's spirit survived, and now he has returned to seek vengeance upon the gods. Does no one remember the old tales? Saint Pelinal, the divine crusader of legend, Alicia's companion when she overthrew the rule of the Aelids 3,000 years ago. Pelinal, with the aid of the gods, fought the Aelid sorcerer King Umaril and slew him. But Umaril's spirit survived, and he has now returned. Do you understand nothing? The blood speaks. I can read the ancient runes if you cannot. As uibala umarale el nada rakuva. In the Aeliad tongue, by the eternal power of Umaril, the mortal gods shall be cast down. A curse upon Umaril's ancient foes, and a threat. Alas, Umaril cannot be stopped. Not without the aid of the gods, not without the Crusaders' relics. Without a champion, the gods are powerless to act. But who among us is worthy to wield the divine Crusaders' weaponry? Nor do I. Oh, my people! Who will save you from destruction? Is there none now worthy to be your crusader? The weapons and armor of Pelinal Whitestrake, Alicia's comrade, granted to him by the eight divines. He went alone into the white gold tower, challenged the Aeliad sorcerer King Umaril to single combat, and slew him. Alas, Umaril was not truly slain, but only cast beyond the bounds of Nirn. And now he has returned to wreak his vengeance upon the gods, as was prophesied by Pelinal himself with his dying breath. Only a true knight, wielding the holy relics of the divine crusader, has a chance to defeat Umaril. But alas for Tamriel, the crusader's relics have been lost for many an age. Who now can succeed in the quest for the relics, where the greatest knights of legend all failed? He is the enemy of all who walk free on Tamriel today, a survivor of the ancient race of Aeliad slave masters who once ruled Cyrodiil. he was struck down by Pellinol. But by his art, Umaril had bound himself to the realm of his mistress, the Daedra Lord Meridia. So he was not slain, but simply cast adrift upon the waters of Oblivion. Now he has returned to seek vengeance upon the gods who helped bring about his downfall so many ages ago. Once there were 8 divines. Then Tiber Septim became Talos, and the 8 became 9. I followed the old way of honoring the 8 while also giving due to Talos, the one who ascended. Are you a worthy knight? Perhaps, perhaps not. What men value is not always what the gods look for in a champion. The gods grant insight to those they deem worthy. Why and how they act is not predictable. What I can tell you is that, traditionally, knights who wished to quest for the relics would walk the pilgrim's way, travel to the way shrines of the 9 divines, pray to each of the gods in turn, and ask their favor upon your quest. If the gods deem you worthy, you will be granted a sign. Go forth with the 9's blessings. He was defeated, but not destroyed by Pellinol the Crusader. Now he has returned to seek vengeance against the gods. Only a true knight, wielding the holy relics of the divine Crusader, has a chance to defeat Umaril. Walking the pilgrim's way is the traditional start of a holy quest. Follow the map I gave you, visit the way shrines of the 9, pray, and wait for a sign. May the 8 and 1 guide your steps. Look well upon this chapel of Dibella. Look at the faces of the dead. This is your future. Evil has returned, and the 9 need a champion. The blood of Dibella's slaughtered acolytes cries out for vengeance. Vengeance! Who will take up this holy crusade? Pellinol Whitestrake once struck down the enemies of man and God. Who will now reclaim his relics and fight again for the true faith? Who will walk the pilgrim's way, as did the questing knights of old? Who will match the deeds of Sir Amiel and his companions when they smote the worm of Elendil to recover the cuirass of the Crusader? Will no one take up this holy crusade? Will no one walk the ancient pilgrim's way? Hear me, O people of Cyrodiil. There are lore masters among you, heads so heavy with learning that you cannot raise your eyes to the heavens to see the truth there written. You pore over your dusty tomes of lore. You study ancient genealogies and bloodlines. Look you to blood for truth. There is truth in blood, but not the truth that you seek. The truth is written in the blood of the innocent, there in the chapel of love. Can you not read the ancient runes? Asaiwibala Umarile El Nadarakuvar, a curse and a threat to those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. Are there any among you who still understand the ancient tongue? By the eternal power of Umaril, the mortal gods shall be cast down. Who will walk the pilgrim's way, as did the questing knights of old? Umaril is returned, as was foretold by the head of Pelennor, to the Bull of Kine in those days of old Cyrodiil. The Unfeathered has come during the breaking of gates. His golden wickedness will hold fast against all arms, except those of his ancient foe, the White Strike! Oh, unhappy Tamriel! Where is your divine crusader in these latter days of petty strife and lesser men? Is there no one who would stand for the Nine? Pelennor White Strike once struck
Yes?
the enemy's...
Well met.
Hear me, O people of Cyrodiil.
Hello there.
Val Morvain. Been making weapons and arms here in Anvil for 30 years. People say I do good work, and I don't aim to argue with them. Been here 30 years, and I expect I'll last another 10 or so. When I'm gone, God's willing, my apprentice Enelroth will tend the smithy. A terrible crime. Everyone in the chapel murdered. Who could have done such a thing, and why? Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be true. I wonder if the first Count of Anvil found it. I don't know where he came from. Just appeared outside the chapel a day or so after the attacks. Been there ever since. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil. That's a fair deal. That's more than I'd use. A fine and That's more than I'd usually pay. That's a thank you. Come again. Let me take a look at what you've got. Bye.
Enelroth, Morvaine's apprentice. Vera Morvaine's been a good master. I like the town and the people. No reason why I wouldn't want to be here for many years. Just like the master. Be seeing you.
How would you like to get my husband Gogan out of hot water? Believe me, he'll need all the help he can get to worm his way out of this one. To think he'd fall for the gang's scheme. Oh, I could kill him. I'm sorry. I'm rambling, and you look confused. Let me explain. The women in the gang use their wiles to lure men out to some remote location and rob them blind. It's been going on for some time now. The city guard hasn't done very much about it, because frankly, the men who are robbed are so embarrassed, they don't want to report it. Take, for example, that good-for-nothing husband of mine, Gogan. He cared more about their charms than my own. I like it here. People are very friendly, much nicer than in the Imperial City. When Gogan was, with the women, they took something quite valuable from him. No, it's not what you're thinking. He was carrying a precious family heirloom with him when he was lured out to their lair. It was a small ring given to him on our wedding day. The ring belonged to my mother and has been in the family for generations. I'm willing to give you all the money I have to get it back. 100 gold. Can you help us? Thank you. I'm afraid I can't offer you much help, but I'll do what I can. Heinrich Oakenhull is married to a Bosmer? I suppose the women are less annoying than the men. All I can tell you is that the best place to start is at the Flowing Bowl. It's a tavern located outside the city walls near the waterfront. Gogan may be able to give you more information beyond that. The Flowing Bowl attracts the worst Anvil has to offer. Always be on your guard.
How goes it?
Hello.
I'm Arvida Thalis. They call me the Rat Lady, on account of all my pet rats. You can't imagine the fuss some people make. My rats are no problem for anyone. I understand that Vigdis at the Fighters Guild has some skill with blunt weapons. She's been training other Fighters Guild members. Goodbye.
Greetings to you.
Gorgo Groshura, soldier of fortune, which means, more or less, unemployed and thoroughly pauperized. I've got a few hot prospects. I'm sure something will come through for me soon. Really soon. I'd like to get my hands on the cowards that did that. I'm even thinking of joining the Prophet's Holy Crusade. Sure, the guy down by the chapel. He's the one calling for some Holy Knight to return. Maybe we could use a few more Holy Knights these days. Goodbye.
Greetings. What is it, sir? Pretty, isn't it? And quiet. Not much work for us. You hear about Gogan? A gang of thieves is running a scam in town, and he fell for it. What an idiot. Take care. How are you?
What's your story? I'm Newheim, Anvil Harbor Master. I'm responsible for all harbor traffic, docks, duties, and fees in Anvil Harbor. Traffic through Anvil Harbor comes mostly in exotic, high-profit goods, easy to transport by road or Mages Guild couriers to eastern markets. Have you seen Rano at the Fighters Guild use his sword? Impressive. He could teach us all a thing or two. Farewell.
Astia Inventius, wife of the woodsman Pinnerus Inventius. Always out hunting. Anything to avoid doing a little work around the house. Well, if you don't mind scruffy sailors smelling like bilge, it's a lovely town. The men are all the same, drunk and shiftless. Anyone looking for work should consider the Fighters Guild. I hear they're always looking for recruits. He's a blessing on this town. The only one to have made any sense out of the terrible tragedy at the chapel. He preaches every day outside the chapel. Go and listen, you'll see. Goodbye.
Greetings. Good afternoon. Inaris Inventius, hunter, woodsman, and marksman at your service. You hear about Gogan? A gang of thieves is running a scam in town, and he fell for it. What an idiot. Plenty of deer, wolf, boar, mountain lion, bear in the county. Just need to know where to look for them. Bye. What do you want? Goodbye.
Hello, good sir.
I'm Wilbur, owner and proprietor of the Count's Arms. We make beds and food available to guests. Can I help you? Buildings here look different. Why? This is the Gold Coast style, like in Hammerfell. Eastern towns look gray and dull to me.
The prophet speaks true. This is the start of something terrible. I can feel it in my bones. You should listen to him preach. He may sound crazy at first, but the longer you listen, the more sense he makes.
There's a wonderful room available. It's the best I have, and you can use it for the night for a mere 25 gold. Interested? Excellent. It's up the stairs there, and then directly across the hallway. Center room, wonderful view of the city. Sleep well. Farewell.
Afternoon.
What's going on with you?
I heard people saying they ran into goblins around here not long ago.
Hello, good lady.
What do you want? May I interest you in some of my fine wares? You don't expect me to make that deal, do you? That's a good deal. Thank you for your patronage. Take care.
Do you want something?
Good afternoon.